Welcome to Yakuza 0, which I streamed my first impressions of it live, and I forgot to turn my mic on. So this is post-commentary making up for that, but only for the first 15 minutes, and the first 10 minutes of this video game is one long uninterrupted cutscene. So I had very, very little to say during that time. So thankfully we missed very little. Suffice to say, I don't know basically a damn thing about Yakuza, but I was, at the time I was starting this, very excited to find out, for good reason. This series has a very, very good reputation. And this is my first time ever getting a hands-on experience with it, even though the first 10 minutes are completely hands-off. Nonetheless, it's an interesting cutscene. If you want to skip it, like you know it already, I'll include a timestamp in the video description. But if not, it tells an interesting little story. Join me for it, won't you?
この街で喧嘩売んならちゃんと相手を選べ。大金持ち歩いてるときは特にな。
ちゃん、まだいいじゃん。こんな時間さすびら切ったってタクシー捕まんないんだから。
やだもう。いいから宅代出してよ。
じゃあさ、プラザのスイートでも取るよ。だから俺と朝までね。なんだてめえ、いてんだよ。おい、ちょっと待てよこれ。おいてめえ、ぶつかっといて何スカとこいてんだよ。ちゃんと謝れっつんだよ。土下座しろ土下座。
おい、よしよせ。
あ？いや、
どうもすみませんでした。
よう、頼んでおいた仕事どう？
終わりました。ちょっと封筒が。このままでいいっすか？
そんなこと気にしないでいい。むき出しだろうが金は金だからね。堂島組さんは仕事早くて助かるよ。はいこれ約束の1割。ご苦労さん。
どうも。
でこれは俺からの気持ちね。
いや、それは
取り半が常識のこのご時世、安い取り分でやってもらってんだ。普通なら本職の人にこんな安い額の取り立て頼めないからね。
でも
同年代のガキどもが万札ちらつかせてタクシー乗る時代に本職の君が金もないんじゃ様になんねえだろ。ま、これは俺との初仕事を終えたご祝儀みたいなもんだ。はっ、取っとき。
ありがとうございます。
しかしバカに金貸しちまうと後が面倒でしょうがねえな。30万ポッチ捨てんのは簡単だが回収しとかねえと商売としてのけじめがつかねえなあ。
ええ、まあ
俺も長いことこの町で金貸しやってるからよくわかる。今の世の中金の本当の価値が分かってるやつなんてほとんどいやしない。その点学のない君の方が高学歴の若造よりよっぽど分かってる気がするんだけど、そうじゃない？
俺には分かりません。それじゃこれで。
なあ、うちに来ねえか兄ちゃん。君の腕っぷしならヤクザやるよりもっと簡単にもっと多くの金が稼げる。いい飯腹いっぱい食っていい女を好きなだけ抱ける。それだけじゃない、金さえあれば不幸な人間を幸せにすることすらできる。ヤクザは下積みが長え。手っ取り早くのし上がるにはうちに来て稼ぐってのもいい選択だと思うんだが。
3年前にその言葉を聞いてればそうしてたかもしれませんけど、一度極道になったもんは時間を巻き戻せない。
それが答えか。
ヤクザには誰かを幸せにすることなんてできないんすかね。
さあな、俺はヤクザになったことねえからわからねえ。ま、気が変わったらいつでも連絡してくれ。じゃ
金貸しが偉そうに。めんどくせ。
Now, I swear, During that long series of cutscenes, I had all sorts of hilarious, clever observations that I chimed in with that are all lost to time because I forgot how to turn my mic on. I'm very sleep deprived at this point, but I was still coherent enough to be engaged in that story enough to make all sorts of observations. So, I'm about to finally gain control of Kiryu. I also swear, and this comes up later on, but I believed that Kiryu had probably killed that guy that he was beating on, because he was beating on him so violently that if he didn't call an ambulance, that guy was gonna die. Just a little foreshadowing that I accidentally stumbled upon. So, Kiryu's been summoned by Nishikaya, and we're gonna go meet him. It's just that simple. All that action, we don't get to do anything, we just get to go meet a guy. A guy we've never even heard of. Unless we played future games in the series because this is a prequel. I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro. But it's Yakuza 0, I mean, you don't put a 0 in the title unless you want it to be a prequel.
勘弁してください。
ごちゃごちゃうるせえんだよ。いいからさっさと出せ。
誰か助けて。
That nerd said the magic words. Kiryu's gonna leap into hero mode, using his magic powers of violence. As soon as I figure out which direction I want to go in. There we go.
なんだよ。見てんじゃねえぞ俺。
おい、ヤクザじゃねえのか、そいつ。
バカ。ヤクザったって年も大して俺らと変わんねえ。どうせ下っ端だろ。
Kiryu literally could not look any more like a Yakuza. There's no reason for them to be incredulous.
ここらはうちの組の島なんでな。カムロ町を歩き慣れている連中ならこの辺りでバカはしね
え。なんだと？ヤクザが偉そうに説教垂れてんじゃねえぞ。こら
！Now they believe our bona fides. And they're about to get destroyed by Kiryu. In the first fight of the game, a little tutorial. And in about a minute's time is when someone in chat told me that my mic was not on. And in a great deal of embarrassment, I switched it back on, and so remained for the remainder of this playthrough. So henceforth, you'll get to hear my actual live first impressions of this video game. Thank you for tolerating my technical error to begin with, and enjoy my live commentary. Thank you, Kyril, for pointing that out. I've been muted this whole time. Ah, I'm good at streaming. I am learning how to do violence pretty well. Yeah, the 10-minute cutscene, it's hard to tell if I'd be muted or not, but no, I was saying all kinds of incredibly important things that whole time. I didn't have a lot of observations to add. Done that before, where I went an entire stream completely muted. Good time. It's been a long time since I made that mistake, but I have not streamed in like a day and a half, so anyone could forget anything there. So we grab, and we follow up with anything. Fastest is to just grab him and punch him in the face. Bam. It's a real good thing that this game's controls are basically identical to those of the Warriors. So I don't have to learn anything new. I'm probably not going to go too heavy on side content. I mean, especially not today. Probably won't even make it past, like, tutorials during my first impressions. But I do know this game. It's open world to a fault. I'm supposed to get hit first. Hit me. Okay, that was not really a counter. I grabbed the wrong guy. Gotta get hit and not knocked down. Help me out here. I'm trying to be preemptive, plus all their hits are knocking me down now. Seemed like I did it right there. Yeah, I keep flashing red, so as to indicate that I'm doing some kind of counterattack. Maybe I'll just kill all these guys. Surely the tutorial will end when they're all dead.
Oh. 相変わらず容赦ねえな。
錦。
おめえいつまで経っても来ねえから待ち合わせすっぽかされたかと思ったよ。
That's our friend. You should have known.
逆だ。
We miss him for a second. We're gonna go off and start killing people. Or killing time, that is.
おとなしくヘルスにでも行けってろ。ガキじゃあるめえし。
興味ね。
相変わらず硬いね。まあいいや。とりあえず飲みに行こうぜ。久々にオールで付き合えよ。な？
ああ。
ありがとうございました。
は？
Oh yeah, we saved a nerd too.
この度はどうも。
Oh, that nerd's got a lot of money.
お日柄もよく。
Maybe we should mug him. Or we'll just leave him alone in a pile of corpses.
しかしよ、お前も様になってきたよな。もう一発のヤクザだ。今日の取り立てももう済ませたんだろ。
まあな。
これで風間のおやっさんも。
We got lip flap during one of these cutscenes, so I guess with the loan shark he actually was speaking telepathically. Where he would still like smirk and stuff, but he would not move his mouth.
何言ってんだ。
They had a brain connection,
楽しまなきゃ損だろう。少し
despite how much Kiryu had contempt for
風間
him.
のおやっさんが無所から出てくるのは年明けてからだ。それまでに俺も少しは器用になってくさ。
へえ。なら、まずそのみすぼらしいなりから変えてみな。
I assume that was a random civilian who just happened to eavesdrop on us for a second there and walk away.
お前もたまには50万のスーツでも着てみろよ。そうすりゃ世の中の見え方もちった変わる。
俺は服なんかどうでもいい。風間のおやっさんだっていつも地味な服着てんだろ。
お前な、あの人は組の若頭。堂島組のナンバー2だぞ。あのレベルまで行きゃそれでも通用するがな。極道商売にある程度見えが必要なんだよ。
I assume this is all calling forward to important stuff from the first game, introducing characters that I have no reason to know, because I don't know the first game.
見え張りてんならケチケチすんな。
This is the first game in the series canonically, like storyline-wise.
着ている服のブランド、そしてこの堂島組の大門を見て素直に言うことを聞く。
but it frequently calls forward to games that occur later on in the series.
そんなもんさ。仇の癖してアコギな商売するやつに借りた金で遊びまくるバカ。この町の連中に人の
So it's a bit of a weird starting place, but also a very common starting place. I believe this is the game that propelled this game to incredible success. It's now one of the more popular video game franchises out there.
おうおう、そうだったな。よし。たまにはピンク
I've compared it to The Fast and the Furious,
あの辺りにいい
and my friend who knows this series very well agreed that it did that in both surprise success and in getting absolutely ridiculous.
さあ行くか。
I know a little bit about how absurd this game can get. Just hold R2 to follow the very slow-walking gentleman. Can I push him?
何すん
No.
だよ。
Attempts to push him just piss him off. We're not on the PS2 anymore. Those speedrunner tricks don't work. It's you from the cutscene.
おめえ、この辺りの店。
What do you want?
出入りしてるか
Stop eavesdropping on my conversations.
何でも知っとかね
They're very important and they're about all sorts of illegal crimes,
金ケチって溜め込むのもいいけど、こういう
as opposed to legal crimes.
金は使いようで売買にもなる。で、その手の情報をつかむには、街で遊んでアンテナ張らねえとな。この街でしのぐってのは、そういうことさ。可愛い女子大生がよりどりみどりと言われ、ついていったらバーバーばっかり。5000円ポッキリのはずがぼったくられる。そういうのも全部勉強だと思えばいい。つうか、そう
Here, you just gotta learn from all those hag salads out there.
なんだよ。今のは物の例えであって、別に俺が実際に体験したってわけじゃ。まあとにかく今日は俺のおごりだ。おめえもたまには楽しめ。いいな。
You could treat a little faster. Kiryu's practically a Link-style silent protagonist. Has so little to add to any conversation. He's all business, why can't you be? Guess because he's been around the block so many times. And is mentoring us. Gotta learn to slow it down. This game really does like to take its time. I do prefer a more action-packed intro. We're what, 20 minutes in? I've gotten one fight and I'm about to get into another. Maybe we're just gonna bet on the fight. Yeah. We've been eavesdropped by random civilians. We don't like it. Surely these folks don't either. They're really doing the, like, extreme overacting Japanese low-budget actors that I've seen in many low-budget Japanese movies. Little coconut bonk. Grab both their heads and bash them together. There we go. This should be ridiculously simple. Considering we beat up 4 gangsters at the same time. A drunk old guy and a drunk kid. Be pretty manageable. No one calls Kiryu butts. Oh wait, we got a heat gauge now. Devil trigger, I guess? Oh no, we increase our speed the more heat we build up. Then we get an aura. Enter heat mode. Gain special actions. I'm already in heat mode from earlier violence. Fists glowing red as we brutalize pathetic drunkards. Got some salt for you. He's been assaulted and sobered up in the process. So yeah, our training's complete. Tutorial over. Take a fighting stance with R1. There we go. I'm fighting and losing heat rapidly. What's this? Is he puking on me? That's dirty pool, I gotta say. But she'll pay for it. You might be more inclined to puke after a few punches to the gut. Okay, I can only heat kill him against a wall, apparently. Unless I get my heat back up or something. Bowling ball. You'll remember the bowling ball. I assume that was a fairly light bowling ball. Because that should be lethal. Wow, we literally sobered them up. Those are some magic fists. Beat the booze right out of you. Oh, they're friends now. I wish someone would beat me about the face with a bowling ball anytime I got into a conflict with literally anybody. Just a stranger on the street.
What?
Someone else want to die? No, just someone who recognizes talent when he sees it.
Yes. Yes.
This guy's actually speaking English.
Ah,
We should punch him until he learns to speak Japanese. Seems to be the sort of thing a Kiryu beating can accomplish.
What? No.
You gonna teach us about the upgrade system? Looks like it. Abilities now available. Phoenix Spirit. So I've been smashing people like pinatas and grabbing the money that fell out. Practically holding them upside down by their ankles. Now we're just gonna need... Okay, I've got almost 300,000, which is not enough for anything particularly exciting besides this one thing. Yep, can only afford one thing. Which causes my heat gauge to automatically fill up. Gotta hold the X button to fill this up. Not sure why that's necessary, but I do remember God of War did the same thing. So clearly it's good video game design. Who am I to question? It's all I can afford. We just steal people's money. Somehow assimilate with the money. And become more powerful that way. Wealth is power. Don't make me beat some sobriety into you later. Take it easy, foreigner. That's gotta be a character from future series installments, because, yeah, they, gave him way too much attention there. I almost adopted a new friend. But he glitched out of my way. Just like all my friends. Okay, we've almost made it to our destination. Going anywhere in this part of the city appears to be a real ordeal. It'd be virtually impossible if we weren't the strongest man alive.
だから人が集まってくるんじゃねえのか。最近の景気で金持った欲の塊みてえな連中がな。そいつらが酒やら女やら欲しがって集まる場所なんだ。この彼女って街は。
なんだよ。不器用なりに一応分かってんじゃねえか。
見直したか。
錦山くん。
よう。
なんだあいつら。
現役女子大生ホステスのまどかちゃんとゆいちゃんだ。
は
At least he knows their names.
ねえ、ポケベル鳴らしてるんだから電話してよ。今度いつお店来てくれるの？
今日後で顔出すよ。
本当に？
なんだよ、俺の言うこと疑ってる？
信じたいけどな。
そんなこと言うなよ。ほら、お小遣いだ。
やったー！信じてる
The
よ。
money looks super counterfeit.
女ってのは
Looks like playing cards, so rock hard.
ありがとう。じゃあまた後でね。
But they're satisfied with their toy money.
いつの間にか大した顔じゃねえか、錦。
お前さ、俺があの女たちにまんまと小遣いせびられたと。
Oh, maybe it is fake.
けどそうじゃねえ。女とつながったことが大事なんだよ。いいか。組の上にいる
He's buying his way into the good graces of some pretty ladies.
あの人たちは見るからにヤクザでご
So
ざい
that
ます。
they
してるからな。
can tell him all the secrets.
だから兄貴たちと飲むときいろんな女連れてくとそれだけで小遣いくれるし俺の組での覚えもめでたくなる。
This must be set up for the hostess minigames that I know are in later installments in the series.
違うか。
This is where Hiryu learns. Gotta impress the ladies for hours and hours and hours on end.
とことん付き合ってもらうからな。
And then you get some sort of secret ending if you make it all the way to the end of that side quest.
お前この店にはよく来んのか？
ん？これで2度目だけど。なんでだ？
ボトルキープなんかしてるからよ。常連なのかと思ってな。
ちまちまビール飲むより見栄えがいいだろう。店のもんに顔も売れる。俺は安く見られるのはごめんなんだな。
なるほど。
Thought whiskey stones were a more recent trend. Maybe they were popular in the 80s in Japan. I certainly can't
こ
say.
の世界でのし上がりたきゃ少しは見習えよ。つってもおめえはそういうタイプじゃねえってことか。
俺はおやっさんの背中を追いかけてこの世界に入った。孤児だった俺ら拾ってくれたあの人のために。てめえの体張るくらいしか脳がね
え。いや、もしかしたらおめえは今のままでいいのかもな。
ん？
おめえが下で頑張って風間のおやっさんが出世すりゃおめえにも出世の芽が出てくるかもしれない。そういうのし上がり方もあるさ。ただおめえは風間のおやっさんの子じゃない。堂島組の組員なんだ。おやっさん、なんで俺らのこと風間組に入れてくれなかったんだろうな。そりゃ堂島組の方が格は上だけどさ。
よせよ。おやっさんに考えがあってのことだ。
まあそうだな。よし。真面目な
It's weird to get an info dump in a prequel. Like, the point of a prequel is to show you what happened in the character's past. But here they are just chatting about it for minutes on end. So hoping that was a chess table, but no, we're gonna play a different minigame, it looks like. A rhythm game. Feel like this should be pretty standard stuff. Most of the buttons don't do anything. So we're gonna sing along tambourine maracas. This is a fancy karaoke club. That one's a little slow paced. I'll take the higher beats per minute. Wake myself up. Like that little cutscene. Love the dancing bird. Flash cartoons are back in a big way. Oh, they just throw you right into the deep end. I was not ready for this, so I gotta pay more attention. This is actually kind of hard. And I'm absolutely not doing any maracas, tambourines, as I was promised. Oh, this is awesome. And I forgot what buttons are what. I'm failing you, Kazu. He's giving it his all. I can't even press the buttons right. Oh, I wanted to play the guitar solo. Make it a Guitar Hero game as well. Well, I performed horribly, but that was awesome. I'm a bozo. I fully admit. Seems like that was like precisely as well as I had to do to advance. I'm guessing all the karaoke sequences have fun little cutscenes like that. Like we're playing the Beatles rock band over here.
おめえがあんなにカラオケ好きだったとはよ。
バカ。そらお前がハメ外そうとか言うから。
Yeah, I'm proud of Kiryu for giving it his all there.
嘘つけ。その割
Good
に
stuff.
はノリノリだったじゃねえか。
Total non sequitur,
練習してるんだ
but
ろ
I like it.
なあ。
よせよ。そんなわけねえだろ。
And back to stoicism. Personality all gone.
それにしても思いっきり歌ったら腹減ったな。
I know that's like
締めにラーメン
the
でも食うか
paradox of Cosmic Kiryu. He's constantly doing weird
ま
nonsense.
だ食うつもりか
But anytime you talk
俺
to
はそ
him,
んなに腹減ってねえよ。
he is
まあいいじゃねえ
as
か
generic and uninteresting as a person can be.
天国圏でどうだ。
しょうがねえな。わかったよ。
So, my history with the Yakuza series is, I started doing Let's Plays and videos and stuff on the Something Awful forums for Let's Plays.
悪かったな。流行りの曲はよ
And
く知らねえ
one of the big, like, event LPs on that forum was Yakuza, the original.
そうか。
Like, everyone on the forum watched that LP. It was a very big deal. It was like Danganronpa, but it didn't, like, go outside of the forum. It didn't catch on anywhere else.
かもな。
So, within the forum, the Yakuza series was very, very popular thanks to this one LP.
マジで可愛い子が多い
But outside, no one really talked about it, and it sort of faded from my memory.
チェックしてみろよ。
I don't remember basically anything about the original Yakuza, despite watching every episode of that LP.
そのうち俺ら二人。
And then, years and years later,
お互い
this game
想像
came
しか
out,
ねえ姿
became a gigantic hit. Now everyone knows the Yakuza series. And my partner gave me this game, and I was disinclined to check it out, but now I'm eager to check it out. I've been made aware of my own ignorance.
なんだよ。全然
Telepathy time.
だからもう食えねえって言ったろ。大盛りなんか頼みやがって。
情けねえこと言うなよ。それでも男が。
昨夜11時頃、カムロ町の一角で発見された若い男性の変死体は激しい暴行を受けており、警視庁では殺人
Yeah, I remember what we were doing at 11 p.m.
ただいま続報が入りました。若い男性の身元が判明したと。
Actually, we had sort of an alibi at 11 p.m.
死体で発見された男性は都内在住の会社員栗原太一さん32
But yeah, that's the guy we left to die in a back alley. At 11 p.m., we were kicking some other group of thugs' asses.
今後関係者から事情を聞く方針です。
おい、桐生。
ん？
カムロ町で殺したと。
よくある話だろうが。
いや、お前、昨べの取り立て、相手のこと結構痛めつけたって言ってたよな。
Perhaps, though, this gentleman was murdered so as to frame Kiryu. I'm thinking one step ahead of this incredibly simple game.
おいおい、お前、マジか。
いや、死ぬまで殴ったわけじゃねえはずだ。
Beat it within an inch of his life. Maybe Kiryu is learning the potential danger of beating the hell out of people. Sometimes it sobers them up and makes their night much better. Other times it kills them.
こいつ
An important learning moment.
俺が取り立てたやつだ。
お前、本当に間違いねえのか。
You're the one who told him to check out the news report, because it was probably him.
取り立てで相手殺しちまうなんてよ。誰からだ？ 組か。
ああ、早速呼び出した。
Not to ruin the grave tone of that scene, but telepathy would probably be very convenient if you want to talk to someone while eating breakfast. Which is what they're doing.
やっぱり今のニュースの件で呼び出
Breakfast's over. I think you just talk normally.
まずいことになったな。いや、お前ももちろんやべえけど、これで風間のおやっさんの立場も危うくなる。
何？
Murder is really this frowned upon when Yakuza do it?
どういう意味だ？
I guess I'm used to American mafia, where murder is just all in a day's work.
俺らの不始末はおやっさんの責任にもなっちまう。
だが、俺がやっちまったことだ。おやっさんは関係ねえ。
そうはいかねえよ。殺しとなるとことがでかい。多分おやっさんの後釜に座ろうって連中は間違いなくそこをついてくる。堂島組若頭補佐の3人とかな。くそ。そもそも半年前。
3 lieutenants. Guess we got a series of boss fights lined up for us.
なんだそれは。
おやっさんの仕切ってた鳥羽、周到に場所変えてたのにいきなり摘発食らったろ。ありゃ組の事情に詳しいもんが殺にチクったとしか思えねえ。でそれが誰かっていや、3人の若頭補佐の一人、クゼの兄貴だったって噂だ。
クゼの兄貴がおやっさんを殺に撃ったってことか。
もちろん証拠があるわけじゃない。でもよ、その件でおやっさんが無所に行ってからクゼはえらい勢いづいてる。火のないとこになんとやらだ。
何にしろ今は組に連絡するしかねえ。だろう。
そうか。そうだな。分かった。俺はとりあえず知恵貸してくれる人を探してみる。
すまね
え。Okay, we got some stakes. Very small stakes. But apparently they're super important. Kiryu's first murder. Guess we're just gonna go turn ourselves in once we find a payphone. I desperately wish I had a punch button right now. Right now, no violence is allowed. Not even allowed to make wrong turns. I am allowed to bump that guy repeatedly. I think I'm headed for this big S. The mini-map? There we go. How to hit myself in there. Confess our crimes in our confessional booth. Then we'll be absolved of sin. And it's back to karaoke.
桐生だ。そっちで誰か俺のポケベル鳴らしたか。
あ、はい。クゼの兄貴に言われまして。桐生さん、すぐ事務所までお越し願いやす。実は若頭補佐のお三方が桐生さんをお待ちで。
そうか、わかった。
Gotta meet the 3 lieutenants already. Not gonna teleport us there, though. We need to learn how to take taxis. Really go through all the minutia of what is actually a very big and important event. Old open world nonsense. Can't just steal this bike. There's a taxi. I've got plenty. I've got bloody money to spare. Oh, I'll never afford my level ups at this rate. Well, I technically played the game for a minute there, so time for many more cutscenes. They're very dry cutscenes. I don't know why they gave them so much focus so early in the game. It's been a rough pacing. We've been given precisely enough breadcrumbs to not just slam the game off in frustration. They're walking a very delicate line.
Oh, ずいぶん待たしてくれるじゃねえか。偉くなったもんだな。おう、キリ。
There's Kuze, who I guess is trying to take down our mentor slash adoptive father. Think I read that conversation correctly? And here's someone else who is less important.
やっぱりてめえか。こりゃゴルどころじゃなくなっちまったな。なあ、クゼの兄貴。
And a third person, who looks like Elvis.
金貸しから組に連絡があってな。
金貸し？
東郷クレジットの社長だ。あの社長に頼まれて仇ぶっ殺したのはおめえだろ。もっともあいつは自分のせいじゃねえって早速逃げ打ってやがったがな。たかが30万程度の小競りの取り立てで本性が下手打つとも思っていなかっただろうからな。はあ、ちんけな金貸しとはいえ同情するぜ。まあそんなことはどうでもいい。理由がどうあれ仇をやっちまったっつうことはどう幕を引くかだが。
ちょっと待ってください。俺は
ジタバタすんじゃねえ。安心しろ。仇ったって相手も借金まみれのクズだ。臭い飯7、8年食えば事は収まる。
俺に捕まれた。
なあ、殺しの方はそれでお上と手打ちするとして、それより問題はあの場所からどう人目をそらすかだが。
This is gonna be a boring game if we have to spend 7 years in prison.
面倒なことをしてくれたもんだ。
Just learned from chat that apparently many of the actors are voiced by people who also gave their likeness to the character. So this guy apparently does look like the person who is behind the voice. And there is some live action footage. Them doing some of the stuff. The Siren series was like that as well. It has a certain organic touch that's pretty cool. That you're basically making a video game by rotoscoping live action actors.
それにチャカはどこで手に入れた？それも頭から渡されたのか？
チャカ？一体何の話をしてるんですか？俺は銃なんか持ってません。
この後に及んで白く。
Here's where we learn that we are definitely set up Like, obviously.
見つかった死体は痛めつけられた後、とどめに頭を打たれていた。殺はまだ公表してねえかな。
本当ですか、その話。だったら死体転がしたのは俺じゃありません。俺は素手で奴を殴っただけです。本当です。
もしその話が本当だとしたら、お前は誰かにはめられたってことになる。そうだな。
はい。間違っても俺は銃を撃ったりはしていません。
と
Lone Shark's a top candidate.
どうしますか。
嘘に決まってんだろ。たくわらぎしやがって。てめえみたいな下っ端はめて誰が得するってんだ。
おうキリ、もう一度聞くぞ。なんでわざわざあの場所で騒ぎを起こしたんだ。
金貸しからの指示だったんです。あの場所に相手を呼び出すから、少し痛い目に合わせてから金を取り立ててくれって。
今言ったこと間違いねえな。
ええ。
どうやら金貸しから話聞く必要がありそうだな。
とはいえ、うちの組があの殺しに関係していたっつうのは事実だ。しかも場所が場所だ。このままじゃあっちの仕事に支障が出ちまう。どうするよ、クゼな兄貴。
答えは一つだろう。
One of them seems to have forgiven us. We didn't kill the victim. Just put him in a perfect position to be killed.
何が何だかわかんねえって面だな。
え
え。例の死体が見つかったあの場所はな、あそこは通称空の一坪って厄介な土地なんだよ。お前ら下っ端は知らねえかもしれねえけどな、堂島組長から俺ら頭補佐の3人に命令が出てたんだ。どんな手使ってもその空の一坪を手に入れろとな。
空の一坪。
針の穴ほどの隙間もない繁華街に偶然できた一坪の空き地だ。それを親父が欲しがってる。親が欲しがるものを差し出す。それが子分の義務ってわけだ。
I read about this on the back of the game box. The empty lot is the big MacGuffin for this entire game.
地上げしようにも手出しが難しくなっちまう。ほんと困った話さ。
One tiny, ugly little scrap of a back alley in the city. Most important place that we need to worry about for many hours to come.
とっておきの褒美が用意されてる。
褒美？
おう。不在の風間の頭の後、堂島組次期若頭のポストだ。つまりあの土地は俺ら頭補佐にとってただの一坪じゃねえってことだ。まあ最初はてっきり風間の頭と繋がってるお前が俺らの邪魔するためにやったのかと思ってたが、その顔色じゃ何にも知りませんでしたって感じだな。
ちょっと待ってください。
I passed his sense motive check, so he knows we're innocent as well.
さあな。だが組の一大事に無所にいるようじゃ。
I thought we were gonna have to kill these lieutenants. We've pretty much convinced them all of our innocence immediately.
理由はどうあれ仇をぶち殺しちまったとあっちゃきっちりけじめつけねえとな。
おやっさんは関係ない。それで俺も殺しはやっていません。
そういうことは殺につってもヤクザの言い分聞くほど連中も暇じゃねえだろうな。
Still gonna sell us out. That's just good business.
殺には今日中に実施しろよ。それと縁故詰めとけや。お前も極道なら組長に挨拶しとかねえと筋が通らねえぞ。
That's what I was expecting. Chop off a digit. Classic Yakuza business. Where's that minigame? Poured it straight over from Heavy Rain. It's literally the best thing about Heavy Rain, so you take that. It's got nothing. Come on, Yakuza 0. Completely obsolete David Cage. For me. So we need to, I guess, prove our innocence by the end of the day somehow, even though they know we're innocent. We've been successfully set up, so we're going down no matter what. But we're also going to do some investigation of our own. Try and wriggle out of it. Foreigner's still drunk. I already know how to level up, dude. You got nothing more to teach me. Unless there are more meta tricks. I've got 1 day of freedom. I can't be doing favors here. Much as I love beating people up in the street, I really gotta go, my dude.
Oh? No. Yes. Oh.
I don't think we're gonna pay 1,000,000 yen. Be pretty deep into the negatives. But everyone's trying to screw over Kiryu. He's the Atlas of the city, carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. And yeah, for the record, Heavy Rain sucks, except for the main character always gets stuck in these, like, saw traps. And he has to do ridiculous things. And the best one is that he has to cut off one of his fingers. And now Kiryu does as well. I seem to recall from the first game Kiryu not missing a finger. So either he gets a very, very good prosthetic, or he is not going down for this murder. He's gonna beat up the entire city to save his pinky. So we're gonna give them $2 million unless we're going double or nothing basically on this debt. So long as we can kill this very large man. Okay, fortunately the old guy's gonna do all the fighting himself. We're just gonna head out on our way.
No.
Oi.
It's not even gonna save us time. We're still gonna stand here and watch. Here we go. Be like water. And radically beat the hell out of a guy. Those are just standard boxing moves. They're certainly good to know in a street fight. Very low stamina. Fortunately, he goes for the first round knockout every time.
No.
Yes.
Well, he convinced us. He showed us adequate violence. Now we gotta try it out ourselves. Round 2 of the 2 million yen murder parade. Okay, rush style. I'm in rush style. You can evade the series of quick steps by pressing X repeatedly. Combo as many as 3 together. Whoosh. I'll just quick step into him. Still worth the points. Now, we're gonna go kill him. Attacks on stunned enemies will knock them down. Very good. So we just want to hit them until they're stunned. These attacks are very, very fast. Here in rush mode. Explains why it's called rush mode. Guy leaves himself wide open all the time. And he's down. Looks like I get money every time I, like, get a knockdown. It's not just killing people that makes me the big bucks. There. Rush stance is pretty powerful. And it'll be a half hour before I get to use it again. Because here come the cutscenes. Barely got a punch in. What fight were you watching? And what do you know? beat up one street thug. Turns out he's, like, close with the guy you need to go see right now. And he's apparently wearing a helmet as a, like, wig. His hair looks like it's one solid piece. It's like Lego hair on this guy. And off he goes.
Oi.
Oh?
Yes.
All right, Bacchus. Was it pronounced Bacchus? Yeah, Bacchanalia is the term. No wonder he's always drunk. See, he was speaking English, so I figured he was an export from some English-speaking country, but I guess he's from Greece. Good for him. A fisting artist, you say? That is not Kiryu's scene.
Yeah.
Much better. I remember there being dialogue choices that would also often lead to funny outcomes. But now we're talking about S&M and fisting. I don't want to see you work, Kimoji. You've had the well poisoned on you. At this point, we're pretty sure you're some kind of perv. We're gonna fight the world champion Kiryu. We don't learn Bacchus's moves, we're gonna get stabbed. Or framed for murder, as the case may be. No knives in the ribs, no bullets. That's the Bacchus curse. Okay. We got a lead. Took a very long time. But we got a lead. And another tutorial. A new, very powerful moveset. Looks like I'm, like, completely free in the open world now. And I love how this looks. This is super detailed. It's ugly, but it's believably urban. That's pretty cool. Is there a Don Quixote around here somewhere? I think I heard that they lost their, like, promotional deal with Don Quixote, which is an actual Japanese convenience store chain with, like, a fantastic theme song. And it was all over the place in the first game, and I don't know if it is still in this game, or anywhere in the series at this point. I'll be disappointed if there's no Don Quixote theme song. What's to get ready? Let's enter. We don't got all day, Kiryu. Or rather, we do got all day and then we die.
俺が来んのは宣告承知ってわけか。堂島組の桐生一馬だ。どこクレジット。
Lego hair, tip them off that we were coming.
俺をはめた礼を言いに来た。
うちの社長はあんたに会う気はありませんよ、桐生さん。
じゃあお前ら半殺しにして会う気にさせてやる。
At least he's honest.
あんた一人でか。
ああ、こっちはいい加減爆発しそうになってんだ。さっさと道上げねえがチンピラ。
I did just beat a guy bigger than all three of you combined, so I like my odds. My grab has been replaced with a kick, it looks like. So if I want to do my street brawling stuff, you gotta switch back to this. Which cost me some of my, or the entirety of my heat gauge, it seems. But my heat gauge regenerates naturally. Well, if I kill one of these guys with the sticks, I can have a stick. Take a nap. Ooh, take a bench. Now I can have a stick. It's not even a good stick. This is literally a bank. You live in a bank. You can afford better weapons than this. Oh yeah, he's gonna remember that one. Then we made it worse. I feel like, yeah, I just killed him in one hit. That'll learn him. This game's very brutally violent. I don't think reducing the gore levels would change that very much. Not that, I want the cart. Gotta add it to my inventory of weapons that I've played with before. Stop falling down. That's right, Kiryu never kills anyone. It looks like they died. That's just an illusion. It's a very skilled illusionist. Even the enemies don't know what to do when they knock me down so easily. There we go. Had a super move going on there. The cart was broken, but the cart is fool's gold anyway. Made me much worse at fighting to wield that thing. And there we go. 2 floors. This is a shoddy bank. Definitely a shady bank.
信じられねえ。まさかここまでたどり着くかよ。
Okay, they've got one gun. The Bacchus curse is coming true.
話？何の話だ？
今さらとぼけだって時間の無駄だ。なぜ俺をはめた？あんたの目的は何だ？
おい、近づくな！わかった。全部話す。だからちょっと待ってくれ。
Apparently, we hold all the cards in this conversation, despite having a gun pointed at us.
頼まれた通りに動いただけだよ。あんたにあの場所で取り立てさせるようにって。
そいつを頼んだのは誰だ？
その人は。あ。
クゼの兄貴。まさかあんたが俺を。
何の話だねえ社長さん。 桐生、お前何やってんだよ。あ、殺に実するように言ったはずだろう。
You gave us a day to clear our name. This is your fault, Kuze. Who we already knew not to trust.
やっぱちょっとなまってんな。現役の頃はガキのしつけなんざ一発で済んだんだがよ。社長さん、ちょっと外してもらえませんか。この若いのに説教しねえとなんねえもんでね。
ごゆっくり。
Kindly vacate your own office. Leave the gun, though. The gun's still here. That could be important. I doubt it. It's a very melee-focused series. Guns are highly frowned upon.
うめえぞ、それ。
Top-tier tobacco. Okay, the gun teleported away.
お前とは一度腹割って話してえと思ってたからよ。おめえと錦山孤児なんだってな。
Yep. We already got this backstory info dump, and now we're getting it again.
ひまわりとかいう養護施設だ。極道なんてまともに育ったやつの方が少ねえ。孤児だからって恥じる必要はねえぞ。ただな、風間の頭もえげつねえ真似をするよな。
どういう意味ですか。
拾ってきたガキに育てた恩着せてよ。今じゃ立派にあの人の玉よけになってるじゃねえか。おめえと錦山、頭のためなら命も惜しくねえってよ。こういうの洗脳っていうのか。
そろそろ本題に入ってもらえませんか、クゼの兄貴。あんたの話はさっぱり先が見えねえ。
This, for the record, is the guy who is taking us down. But now, because we've refused to be taken down so easily, we got a job. Spying on our own adopted father.
堂島組の跡目を。だがそのために必要なあの土地のある情報ってやつを檻の中の頭が握ってやがる。
ある情報？
ああ。お前そいつを頭から探り出せ。うまくやりゃ組での将来を俺が約束してやる。あの人はまさかお前に裏切られるとは思ってねえからな。構成員25000の登場会。その直系堂島組でのし上がったとなりゃ大した出世だ。それに例の殺しの真犯人も渡してやる。
やっぱりあんたが俺をはめたんだな。
さあな。
He pretty much admitted it already, though. No need to be coy at this point.
俺につくか、もう先のねえ風間につくか、好きな方選べ。だが返事は今だ。この場でしろ。
クゼな兄貴。
なんだ。
あんたは賢いつもりで立ち回ってるんだろうが、全然器じゃねえよ。
何？
俺のこともおやっさんのことも。あんたは何も分かっちゃいね
え。ガキがこの俺を敵に回すのか。 本当にその覚悟があんだろうな。
覚悟ならありますよ。それが極道ってもんでしょうが。
We're bookending by asserting how honorable a life it is to be a Yakuza. And now, our newbie is going to take down all the gangs in Tokyo somehow. To clear his name. Or something like that. I have almost 1,000,000 yen. One of those is not a number. Maybe it was censored so that no one actually calls it. Find a payphone. Back on that submission. But that's probably enough Yakuza 0 for a little first impression. It is glacially paced. But every time it gets going, it's fantastic. And even like the slow paced stuff is really good. But it's trying to be... Oh my god, I'm in a fight. It's trying to be like a Yakuza movie, which is a certain tone, and then the cutscenes are a very different tone. Well, the cutscenes are where they establish the tone. But then weird stuff keeps happening. And that tends to be what people like and remember about the Yakuza series. The weird stuff. And apparently there are random encounters. I know this is loosely an RPG, hence the whole upgrade system. Forgot about the random encounter part. Okay. There is no way to get back to the main menu, apparently. Once you start playing this game, you just have to continue playing it for the remaining, what, 80 hours before it is actually completed. So I don't know how to get out of this game, but I'll figure it out eventually. And I'm interested in coming back to it. I mean, I've got this game, I've got Yakuza Kiwami, and then there's, what, like 5 more games after that? Very popular, successful series, where this happens a lot. One delinquent shows up to fight me. But I've been fighting a bunch, so I actually am a fairly low HP. Nonetheless, Kubo doesn't stand much of a chance here. Proud of you for trying, Kubo. But you never stood a chance. Okay, let's try. I feel like as soon as I set foot in here, it's going to initiate a bunch more cutscenes. Hey, what do you know? I'm still not allowed to save. This game does not allow you to put it down.
もしもし、桐生だな。錦山だ。
ああ、やっぱりお前からの呼び出しだったんだな、錦。お前今どこにいる？
Perhaps after this cutscene?
風間組？
We're just catching up with Nishiki.
なんでお前そんなとこに？
We know the stakes of the game. We know that basically everyone in the city wants to take down Kiryu as a scapegoat.
なるほどな。
It's all about the empty lot, but we just refuse to help get the empty lot for the guy who wants it. So are we going to try and get it for the Dojima clan, to which we belong, or to Kazama, who we haven't even met? It's a lot of intrigue. I've heard a lot about the empty lot.
どうやら柏木さんは 何もかもお見通しらしいな。俺もすぐそっちに向かう。
Okay. He hung up. Hey, I can save the game here. What is the item box? Curiosity getting the better of me, even though I'm trying to wrap up here. I have no items, so apparently it doesn't matter. There we go. That's Yakuza 0. Game with like well over 100 hours of content. Paced in such a way that they want you to experience it all in one big, unchewable mouthful. But that's it for now. I'm very interested in it. But it is a real commitment. So, I don't know. One way or another. I probably have not seen the last of the Yakuza series.